1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's 60. So not even 6 seconds. That was pretty good. Hi guys, Amanda Klein here from Hot Cars, and I'm back with the 2024 Mercedes-Benz CLA 4MATIC. I think this car is a real winner. Come with me and I'll show you why. This is one of the lower trim levels that they offer for this year. The lowest one is going to be the CLA Coupe. This is the 4MATIC, so it has four-wheel drive. In this one, you're going to find the 2-liter inline-4 turbo engine with a mild hybrid system, and that's going to give it better fuel economy. But there are a few reasons why I think this car is a real winner, and I'm going to just dive in and tell you those. First of all, I think that it looks good. I'm a big fan of the CLA. They have done a refresh for this year, and I think that there's like a total redesign coming maybe in 2025, but I think that it looks really good with the refresh. I'm a big fan of the CLA line as it is, but besides that, this one starts at $45,200, and I think that that's a really good deal for everything that you get on this car. The inside looks really good, but it's still fast enough with 221 horsepower, and I think it's 238 pound-feet of torque. It still goes fast enough for most daily driving situations, and it has some drive modes in it that you're going to be able to use for when you want to go a little bit faster. It comes with a lot of safety systems that you might have to pay for on a model similar to this. This one does have a lot of added stuff to it, like an ADAS package. That's an extra $1,700. If I were you, I would add that because it just basically gives you all of the safety systems that you might want and a surround view camera that I'll show you later. It's really good. You can see everything around it. It's probably one of the best cameras that I've seen in here. So these are the AMG 19-inch black wheels, and they are an additional cost of $900. And then this also has the AMG Night package on it, which is an additional $3,150. This one, as tested, is around $59,950. This paint color is an additional $1,500. And then it has some other things on it that have brought the total cost up. One thing I really like about the front end of the 2024 CLA 250 is these new LED headlights. There are LED taillights in the back too, but these provide really good visibility at night and in the rain. So if you struggle with night vision, or if you are in an area with a lot of rain, these are really helpful to have because they provide really good visibility. I've really appreciated having them in the last couple of days because it's been so rainy here in Florida, and those have been really helpful to see the road better. Additionally, I think that the new grille with the little Mercedes symbols looks really cool. That doesn't have any benefit, but I think it looks really cool. This actually labels this as a coupe instead of a sedan, even though it has 4 doors. This is the second row. I'm 5'6", so I'm very average in height. There isn't that much room back here. The seat isn't that far back, but because it is a coupe, it has that sloped roof line, there isn't too much headroom back here. So that's just something to be aware of if you have a bunch of tall people or a bunch of tall children that you're toting around all of the time. It doesn't have the most room back here. There's a lot more room in the front, but just something to be aware of. So I daily drive a CLA 45 AMG, and I'm very well aware of some of the shortcomings of the CLA and its engine, but I think for its class, when you're comparing it to something like a non-M model BMW or something like that, it actually can hold its own. It's not a performance vehicle by any means, but I've had a lot of fun driving it around, and for most people, I think this is going to be a daily driver as opposed to like a track car or a performance vehicle. So the CLA also has really great trunk space and a cool button to open it. It's got 11.6 cubic feet back here, which is really good for people who might travel a lot or who might carry a lot of stuff around all the time. As you can see, all of our camera gear is back here, and there's still plenty of room. There's definitely room for like 3 full-size suitcases back here. I took it to Target, it fit all my groceries, all my water bottles, and there was still plenty of room in the back. One of the coolest things about the CLA, in my opinion, is all of the lighting details that they put in it. Let me show you what I mean. So the first one is down here. There's a little Mercedes symbol on the ground, and then you can see the little logo over here is lit up too. And then let me show you the inside. Let me show you the ambient lighting settings in here. So as you can see, it lights up all over the dash. You can see the lights here, and then they're on the air conditioner, and even here in the cup holder, keeping my little beans warm. But it's really cool how they do the settings. So if we go up here on the screen, you have the choice of monochrome, and you can take it and adjust it and make it whatever color you want on this little scale, which is really cool. Or you can go to multicolor, and they have all of these little settings. So you can change it pretty easily for whatever kind of mood you're in, and if one bothers you more than the other, like if you like all the blue, that one is really cool. So, jungle green. I asked people on Instagram what color they wanted to see, and they wanted green. So here we go, jungle green. So I think that's one of the cooler interior details of this car. I took it to my super secret testing spot that's full of dump trucks, and I want to see how it performs. This one does have drive mode, so this little dynamic button, there's comfort mode, eco mode, sport, and individual. Individual, you can like set it to whatever settings you want and then save it and it'll go there. So I'm going to put it in comfort mode. We're going to pull out here and hope that there is not a dump truck driving right for us. There's not. All right, let's see. Take it on this straight part and see. Mercedes says that the 0 to 60 time is 6.3 seconds, so it's not great, but let's see what we get. All right, that's 60. I would say 6.3 seconds is pretty accurate. All right, that was comfort mode. I don't really think we need to test eco mode because I feel like that's not going to be much different. But let's put it in sport. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's 60. So not even 6 seconds. That was pretty good. I know that this is not an enthusiast vehicle. I seem to be having a lot of non-enthusiast vehicles these days, but the CLA does come in 2 different AMG trim levels that if you want a faster one, you can go ahead and get one of those. They are more expensive, but I actually really like it for what it is. It's really versatile. It's still pretty fast in the sport mode, so you can like drive it and not be worried about not making it up to speed on the highway. And I just really like the CLA line. The C-Class, I had the C300 from my local dealership when I took my car in. The C300 had this huge screen here that reminded me of a Tesla, and it showed every single fingerprint, every speck of dust. It was kind of dirty because it's just a loaner from the dealership, but even though this is technically a lower trim level, I like the interior so much more. It has real buttons down here for the climate control stuff, and the screen, the way that it's mounted, even though it shows fingerprints because it's like the piano black material that I absolutely hate. Go ahead, Mr. Dump Truck. The way that it's angled, it doesn't show them quite as much. The other one was like this, so when the light hit it, it showed every single piece of fingerprint, every dust speck, every little fuzz from your pants, and it just wasn't great. And those do start about $2,000 more than the CLA, but I would much rather have this interior. It's a lot more livable. Under $50,000, I feel like that's a pretty good deal, as these new cars get more and more expensive every single day. I love a camera. I love a surround view camera because we have so many parking lots and plazas around here that it makes it really hard to park sometimes. So you can see all around the vehicle. Beep, beep. And it does have pretty sensitive sensors, but I don't hate that. So pretty cool. I just wanted you to see the screen. So that's the sport mode. So you can see how many G-forces you're pulling. You can see more engine data. And I'm not sure if from this angle you can see the head-up display up there, but it shows you the speed limit sign because we have that enabled, that we're going 8 miles an hour. It shows the steering assist, and it shows that we're using 1200 RPM, which is very exciting stuff. we've talked about a few things that make this car great, but I want to talk about a few things that might not be so glamorous when it comes to owning a CLA. We'll start with this. That is the sound of money leaving my bank account. I have had endless problems with the sunroof. I don't know what it is. I've had acorns in there, I've had dust in there, but I've just had a lot of issues with the sunroof. Every single time I go in to have it replaced, it's a few $1,000s, and so far it's broken again for the third time, and I just haven't fixed it because it just keeps happening again. Another thing that you should be aware of that I thought that I was very aware of when I bought my CLA, the maintenance once you get out of the warranty period is it's a lot. So it's something you should consider, maybe keeping some money aside once you start creeping up to that warranty period ending. Just have some money aside, because when you go in to do those A and B services, they are a lot of money. Every time I go into the dealership, it's a few $1,000s. So just something to be aware of. You're going to have a warranty with this one, but if you keep it for a long time because you love it, like I think you will, you are going to want to have some money set aside for every time you have to take it into the dealership. It might be a good idea for you to have a good relationship with your dealership, or for you to have a relationship with an independent shop that you can trust, because you are going to have to take it in and it is going to need stuff fixed. And that's just a reality of owning it. One of the other things that you should be aware of is that, the smarter these cars become and the more intelligent they are, the more potential there is for stuff to break. So there is the potential for some things to start going haywire as it gets a little bit older. My blind spot assist just goes bonkers every time I drive by a palm tree, and there are a lot of palm trees around here. So just something to be aware of, that the more features we have on these cars, the more potential there is for something to go wrong. It's fine. You're going to have a new car. It's going to be great for a few years, but like I said, if you love it as much as I think you do and you keep it for a long time, just a few things that you should be aware of. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching our review on the 2024 Mercedes CLA 250. I've given a few reasons why I think it's a great car, whether it's the engine, the cool lights inside, or all of the cargo space. For the price point, I think that it's a really great coupe, and it's a really cool car and fun daily driver to have. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll try and get back to you, but thanks again for watching.